We went on an ice rafting adventure in the last part. Very cold, very chilly. Quest: find the ice dragon, extract its blood, and go back to the Guani to cure their child Niobe. Before that, we found a wrecked pirate ship on one end, and even found our missing Magebane's sword on the other end. A while back at Erstim's, we took a peek through his telescope which showed this location. Taking it attracted the aggressive attention of the penguins, and they ended up being territorial and attacking us, amusingly. With the pirate ship, I totally thought that the storm brought them here, but it looks like they just sailed here according to their journal. There wasn't a whole lot here besides a key of ice and some minor bits of treasures, so I just took what I wanted and left. It didn't take too long to find the ice dragon, as well as its mate, probably, on the northern island. Killing them was easy, and we could have left right away for the Guani camp. However, I decided to enter the ice caves to seek out any magic armor and anything that would help us in our adventure, even though we are pretty well equipped. The dungeon was slightly annoying. It teleported you to different areas at specific points. We did find some magic armor, helmet I believe, and once I was done, I sailed back to the main island where the Guani camp is. I gave the ice dragon blood to Yanani, which cured Niobe, and Yanani gave the Avatar a password to help us traverse Skullcrusher in our pursuit for Batlin. And he says that. We are in. But yeah, this is the City of Chaos. Oh, hello there. An automaton that are not permitted here. I and my kind are only beings allowed to prowl these tunnels. We are here to maintain order. Unless thou canst show me that medallion of order, I shall have to slay thee. Dost thou have one? No. Then die. Spawn of chaos? I'm not the spawn of chaos. I'm the Avatar. Got you. Oh, pretty tough. Don't grab Dupre. Go. Yeah, the Juggernaut hammer. No, just not a Juggernaut hammer, a hammer. But this is where I got stuck as a kid. Remember how you had to use the Hound of Doskar on Batlin's Fellowship Medallion? If you don't do that, this won't open no matter what. And I just had no idea. But yeah, you had to sort of connect two and two together and think to track Batlin using the medallion after what Morgrim said. It's one of those kind of Ultima things, which is, yeah. May have been obvious to some people, but not to me. I think this switch or button opens that gate. Let's mess with that a little bit. It does something. I'm gonna reload. Whatever it does, I don't want it to do anything right now. But this is Skullcrusher Mountains, the City of Chaos. At least that's what the guide says. They lived in caves. They don't get any vitamin D. We talked about vitamin D in the Silent Hill 3 stream. In a medieval fantasy game, those kind of things just don't exist, so you can live underground and not worry about such things. Where's the music? Finally, some music. There's some Guani here. How you doing? Nope, they are vicious, vile Guani. How about you? Not friendly at all. Do they have anything on them? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, what is this? We got something in here. That is a flux analyzer. Living to pay. Philanderer's friend. Horn, it looks like. Spectral orb. Well, let's read this. I'm glad that crackling sound stopped as I'm reading this. I would have taken that out of the editor, probably. My Records by Vasulio. We heard of Vasulio. One locket stolen from Frigidazi, who refused to accept the passion I would have spent on her. The living scalp stolen from Fabercio, who sentenced me to die. The spectral orb stolen from Mortegro. I hate him, for he uncovered my dangerous research and betrayed me to the Council of Mages. The flux analyzer stolen from Gustachio. Gustachio the influential. Gustachio the dignified. Gustachio the magisterial. I despise thee. I despise thee, for thou representest everything I could never be. The wand of stone taken from Terizio. I blast mine hatred of Terizio to the seven winds, for he was my partner in twisting the rules of the mages, yet he abandoned me to their justice. That sounds like Terizio. Well, that serves you right for dabbling in very, very dark stuff, dude. I'm not going to go in there yet. It's too, oh. Open automatically. Scratch, scratch. Can I read this first? Parting Verses by Vasulio. And also, Vasulio was Ensorcio's mentor. As they lower me down to this hole in the ground, I scream for help, but they can't hear a sound. I scratch on this lid. My fingers, they bleed. They plant me deep, like an evil seed. Now my bones decompose. My flesh doth rot. But soon I'll arise and torture the lot. Okay. What the deuce? Vampire! It's got red eyes and fangs. Why hast thou disturbed my slumber? Back, creature of the undead. Thou art a thing of evil. I always appreciate when the avatar actually has lines. Full lines, other than name, job, and buy. And thou art the cattle upon which I prey. Who sent thee to destroy Vasulio? Was it those rotting worms of Moonshade? I know it was. Soon I shall have my vengeance for what they have done to me. Who sent thee? Fabercio? Mortegro? Gustachio? Terizio? No one sent me, I'm just adventuring. I'm looking for a guy named Batlin. Do you know where he is? I guess I'll start with Fabercio. Do not mention the wretched name of Fabercio in my presence. He is the one who sentenced me to die. Ah, we are companions in a way then. If that swine ever comes near me, I assure thee he will pay, and pay dearly. Bah, they concern me not. And that all disappears, whatever you choose, vengeance. Ah, but thou dost have the mage bane. I'll make thee a deal then, Avatar. How'd you know I was the Avatar? I didn't introduce myself the Avatar. In exchange for thy blue sword, I shall teach thee my greatest spell, one that can dispatch any foe. Dost thou agree? Avatar, do not trust him. Do not bargain with this devil, Avatar. Avatar, thou must refuse. Are you guys completely forgetting when I basically contracted a greater daemon back at the Forge of Virtue? This is... I would say that's worse than this. But he's gone now, so... Avatar, ignore the whimperings of thy companions. I will trade thee thy sword for a scroll that can let thee strike men dead. What sayest thou to the bargain? I sayest nay. Or just no. Then thou dost leave me no choice. Enjoy thy death. Voidon died. Dang. That was... I forgot he did that. Like, one is attacking me. I'm not going to continue onwards, by the way. Oh, you can talk to Voidon again. I forgot about that. Observer of thine adventures. As his one-time assistant, however, sorry for not reading the earlier stuff, I can assure thee my body hath been destroyed beyond repair, and mine head will reject any new body that it might be attached to. Oh well, I'm sorry that I can be of no further use to thee. If I squinch up my face, I am fairly certain that I shall hardly take up any room in thy pack. Name, my name is Voidon, that's it. But other than that, usually you just reload and do that again. Well, since this is like round 2, and there's like 2 Vesulios here, if you noticed. We'll try Mortegro. That despicable interloper Mortegro interfered with mine experiments and betrayed me to the Council of Mages. Bah, they concern me not. Skip all this. I meant to open the spellbook, which did open. Well, let's see if I can kill him really, really quickly. So you like death, eh? Well... take that. What the? Well, that didn't work out too well, but Beatrix decided to pop in. Do not die, my sweet king. Beatrix, is that thee? I forgive thee for deserting us, King Shamino. To prove that my love for thee is stronger than eternity, I shall heal thee of thy wounds. Keep this book as a keepsake between us. Now I must go into the void. But remember me always. Can you heal Boydon too? I guess not. Oh boy, this is not working out too well. I don't think I ran into this problem before. Let's see what kind of book this is. Love Sonnets by Beatrix. To the only begetter of these sonnets, to the well-wishing adventurer setting forth. Shamino, valiant adventurer, homo malicious, adored from mine earliest hour, magnanimously thy presence on all dost shower infinite love, by life thou dost devour, blah 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 blah. I'm not going to read all this. I'll leave it open if you want to read it. Basically, all her poems for Shamino, when what he was doing per game. What she was thinking while Shamino was doing this thing in 5, for example, I guess. There. It would be nice if Woodon survived, so... Alright, round 3s, let's see what he has to say about Gustachio. I always hated that insufferable Gustachio, always flaunting his influence, willing to betray any idea to preserve his false sense of dignity. Bah, they concern me not, and skip all this. No, I don't want your evil dark death spell. I want you to die. Well, he's already dead. This Guani is annoying. That's never happened before. Why does this always happen during a stream? Stream? Let's play. Lightning. Here. Okay, more lightning for you. I just realized that I could totally have used like great mass protection against Vesulio. I don't think about such things. Oops, wrong button. Messing up a lot today. Oh well. Alright, Vesulia, what do you have? You got the key. A key. That I will take. Let's go get Boydon back. I left him outside. I was hoping he'd still be nearby. Join. Shamino complains about his smell. Bye. Come on, Boydon, let's go. Now, Vesulio is dead for good, so that's good. We can't access the horn though. You probably guess what kind of horn that is, but we don't have dispel barriers, so yeah. That was the first vampire out of all the Ultima games, I believe. Spectral Orb, Lander's Friend. We're gonna take these. It's a lot though to carry. I think I'll put it in here. Yeah, this is the plot. Oops. Plot bag. This is big. Someone else can carry this. Hold on, you got room. We actually need those. We don't need these 2 things, though. I think I'll leave it be. Let's go in here. The death room. Oops. Oh, can I not target this? Come on. What the deuce? Oh, okay. Let's just not worry about that. Skelly. I'm out of mana, though. What the heck? Almost out of mana. Let's unlock this door. If I can. Thank thee. You're welcome. Now I feed. Oh no! Been tricked. At you. Ooh, serpent teeth. How you doing? I forgot about this. Take that, and I'll take that right there. Now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teeth. Excellent. My journal by Maleccio. I was born and raised in the city of Moonshade, a foe of Vesulio. Then I was taken to this place, where I am a prisoner of he who was dead, Vesulio. Vesulio survives beyond death. He doth drink blood out of the living to keep himself alive. Yep, that sounds like a vampire, right? Hence his great thirst for fresh blood. His corpse is animated by means of spells and the forbidden reagent. I am his prisoner, fettered worse than a wild beast, manacled by mine hands and feet, by day and by night. My blood is so vile to him that he is afraid I could break away. How could I in this cage? At times I feel like survival is a meaningless word. I'm exhausted. He hath been awakening me at all hours of the already too short night, thereby robbing me of mine all too brief night's slumber. This week, I managed to write more. I feel better than last month, but still weak. All through these interminable weeks in this cage, I have suffered from chronic weariness. I do not believe escape is possible. I have seen death face to face, and she hath seen me. I am more than ever determined to continue to struggle for survival, for this is the primary instinct of the animal. The following week, I am losing track of time. I can track 7-day periods, but do not seem to recall any other relevant information. Seasons and days are not part of my realm. Like life, they escape me. Am I less than an animal? This deranged mage, frantically seeking the lost secrets of Ophidian magic, certainly treats me as such. Actually, I do not feel anything anymore. I may live like an animal, but in my mind I am a man. I still think and write, therefore I exist. If this journal survives me and thou art reading it, regardless of the time elapsed, then I am alive. I am alive because my thoughts are alive. Today, 5th day of this present week, I'm going to tell thee more about the twisted Vesulio. He boasts that his magical powers are too great to be defeated by mere mortals. I have to tell thee that he was executed in Moonshade for practicing spells too diabolical for man. His powerful magic allowed him to continue living as a lich. Oh, okay, he's a lich then. Also, I shall share this with thee, so that thou mayest make good use of it. Remember that no information hath value until thou dost test it. My words hereunder will guide thine understanding. Vesulio hath been experimenting with eternal life theories. Once, he stumbled upon a magic formula which, when used with the blood of an innocent, allowed a dead body to live longer. Moments before his execution, he intoned the spell to keep his body living. So that's what happened. Later, he escaped from his coffin and traveled to Skullcrusher. This is long. Why Skullcrusher, thou askest? The answer is simply because he knew there was a second source for Stoneheart. Stoneheart is the prime ingredient of Bloodspawn, here in these caverns. There's also another important reason. Vesulio knew that his enemies, the mages of Moonshade, would never follow him here. 7th day of the present week, this undying sorcerer doth spend his time researching new spells. He is convinced that great magical secrets lie beyond the sealed entrances. He detects great power and magic in these areas. Vesulio hath not been able to locate the grand shrine within the great labyrinth beneath the Skullcrusher peaks. I could tell thee that he stores provisions to support his allies, the Manning and Guani, but this is not out of charity for them, for he also lives on with their, and 1 second I gotta read this passage here, blood. At this point, I must stop writing, for I can hear Vesulio howling in the tunnels. This is a sign that he is coming for me once more. I'll take this book as a souvenir. And what a cage too. He didn't even get a bucket. Probably kept him alive with necromancy and all that. Gonna explore a little bit more. Not gonna take that. I'm not gonna touch anything in regards to Fabercio's scalp. The spectral orb sounds interesting. I think I'll just go ahead and take that. Boydon can carry this. It's actually not necessary, by the way. That's a item that's doesn't really do anything. Also a necklace. That's Frigidazi's locket. You know what? I'll take that. It's better in my hands than in some decrepit ancient city. I guess I'll just have Boydon carry this. I'm carrying too much stuff. Got to see where those serpent teeth take me back to. Hope into the Great Northern Forest, because we have a teeth that goes to Monitor. That'll make travel back and forth a lot easier. And then I can just travel through the mountains again, back to the frozen north. It respawned, what the heck? Let's go this way, though. I think there's a path up here, unless I'm misremembering. No, there isn't. What the? I beg of thee, aid me. Who's that? That ghost? Oh, shoot, is that... Did I save not too long ago? I can't even... I better just keep going. I was considering reloading because I don't want to trigger an egg, a script or something. There's nothing up here anyways. It's a beg of thee, aid me. Why does all these things always ask for my aid? Has it ever occurred to them that I might need help? I should probably rest though. I am really low on, really low on mana. My goodness. Better do that. Alright, let's go to sleep for 12 hours. That was a long black screen. There, feed everyone. Great light, I need that. And let's see if I can replicate what happened to Shamino. Nope. Oh well, I'm gonna reload so I don't waste mana. That came out of nowhere, didn't it? So I guess anytime Shamino is about to die, that happens. And Vesuvius is pretty powerful. I probably should just go ahead and equip the Mage Bane to the Avatar. But I didn't. So I had to do that like 3-4 times. Which is okay. What's ghosts? Oh. These ghosts actually have some dialogue. I'll talk to this spooky, scary ghost in the middle right here first. Pardon me. Yes? Oh, where's your portrait? It's supposed to be a ghost portrait here, I believe. This is either Exalt or Serpent Fixes doing this. That happened with Mortegro's Seance with Christopher and Gweno as well. Oh well. A little bit more work for me, but I'll read this out. I can only be disturbed for a moment, as the others will miss me. We must continue our dirge. What's your name? I'm afraid that I've forgotten. Thou must understand I have been dead a very long time. Death whispers most sweetly, but my soul is not allowed to respond. I do not desire to persist in this life. What are the others? There are 4 of us here, doomed to perform the same lines over and over till eternity dawns. One was a priest, another a librarian, and the last was a soldier. I was something once, but I do not recall. I must be going. The others are waiting. Begin again. Let's talk to him again. So there's one more dialogue. Dirge. We must mourn the fate of chaos, for surely it hath been destroyed in this land. Order hath won. Yet I doubt if there can be any victory. How can imbalance be victory? We are opposites, not enemies. Oh, I speak blasphemy. I cannot take back my words. Bye. Yet again, what do you say? At last, a stranger. Oh, but have we met before? His existence is confusing. Existence. We are locked into this existence, ghosts endlessly reciting the same arguments, as if our doom is somehow tied to the greater cycle. If the war imbalance doth finally end, if chaos is victorious or order doth take the win, then we shall be free to enter the void. I cannot help but think that thou art connected with our fate. How? I cannot say. I must be going. The others are waiting. Talk to him again. He likely doesn't know his name like the other one. Never mind. In life, I will send Solace, the keeper of the Library of Chaos. Alas, the books are taken, except for a few. There is another who awaits thee there. She would aid thee, but of necessity her aid will be strange to thee. There is a law which forbids us from directly helping thee. I know that thou art our hope, yet my tongue is ensnared. I cannot speak the truth clearly. And he's got to go. Talk to him again. Met. I'm sorry, but if we have met before, I cannot recall. It seems that we live the same moments repeatedly, and the interruptions fade so quickly away. Life as a spectral being is so tedious. Once I was a woman in the prime of my life, now I merely exist. I miss the flesh. There are pains and sorrow. It was far better than this joyless life. And they gotta go. This one. How darest thou interrupt the ceremony? Dost thou not recognize the influence of chaos in this place? No, I don't. This place is a, very decrepit. What can you tell me about the ceremony, though? Stay and listen to our words. We are performing a great ode in honor of the Serpent of Chaos. He shall hear and reward us. While the Great One yet slumbers, the Chaos Serpent hath the power to prevail over order. I will have faith, unlike these others. They gotta go. And if I have anything to say about it, chaos. Oh, the beauty of pure chaos, 'tis the unity of all the discordant elements of nature, without pattern or order. We are chaos. It is our belief, and we are its adherents. We are followers of the Red Serpent. Nope, get back here. Name. Quake at my words, for I am Sicentho, scribe of the Hierophant of Chaos. Yeah, it's a very scary name. I am quaking in my magical boots, or fur boots this time. Currently. The others say that I am dead, but I am no ghost. You look like a ghost to me. Canst thou not see that this is merely a time of waiting before our ascension into the void? So it cannot be called death. They gotta go. One more, I believe, and we can move on. Art thou a spy? Come, friends, we must kill the spies sent by the Hierophant of Order. I'm no spy. And who would answer yes if they're actually a spy, by the way? One sent by the soldiers of order, just break our wills and stop the ode to chaos. Why else dost thou listen so attentively? Thou hast slain the lurker of these depths, but others await thee. Thou shalt not prevail, stranger. I guess he's referring to Vasulio, Hierophant. His words were the words of chaos. He communed with the serpent, and wore his armor upon his breast. That's a clue. He was our serpent father. They have slain him, and there is none to replace him. I do not know his burial spot. I weep for him. I gotta go. No, get back here. Order. To speak of order is to defile my lips. They are opposite to rightfulness. They are wrongfulness. They are anathema. I despise pattern and disrespect all laws, and I prize my individuality above all else. They gotta go. AV noted that this layout is much the same as the Royal Theatre back in Britain in Blackgate. A little bit. There weren't extra chairs here. At least the building's layout. Let's wander around a little bit more though. We're not quite... We're kind of done here, but I think it's wise to explore a little bit. Because I see some books that I may want to read. It's an alchemy lab. Ooh. Have you noticed something? That is Rudiam's wand. And that is mine. So this wand has been replaced with something that I can't remember. I guess it was the... It's not pumice. Pumice goes to where that broken spell book that we found a long time ago back in Furnace. I could probably drop that somewhere. And we found the Blackrock sword that was exchanged with something that I can't remember. So something was exchanged, but I can't quite remember. Was it Stoneheart? I imagine it was Stoneheart. Let's not worry about that. I'm just gonna keep it anyways. I can put that back at base. I just remembered it's been a week since I've recorded that I got to move all my stuff from Lydia's home and Moonshade's court jail to the Dark Path. But this wand doesn't really do much. I'm gonna use it because what it does is I'll practice on YOLO. I'm late again. Oh no. What? I'm late again. Oh no. Chew! It does that. Rio's wand does not work anymore. It's actually a pretty useless item now. We actually don't really need to take it. I'll put it in this bag. Even though it's quite full. I still gotta find... I'm hoping there's a Serpent gate around here. We'll find one soon. I'll take that, and I'll go ahead and take that too. Why not? Gives me an excuse to carry stuff. I'll put that there too. What's this book say? Mind Experiments by Fosulio. Day 1. This is the dawn of a new era for me. I have been experimenting with eternal life for so long now. At last, I am seeing some results. Day 2. Entrance more Guani in order to increase the number of my servants. Day 3. Force the Guani to give to me the secret of entering certain passages. Experiment still in progress. A pint or two should keep me alive, depending on the frequency of transfusion. Day 8. The lost secret of the Ophidians is within my reach, I can feel it. Ophidian magic will give to me absolute power. Day 12. Last week I stumbled upon this magic formula which further lengthens the lifespan of my dead body. Of a dead body, excuse me. What a discovery. I need to use the mixture in an adequate proportion with the blood of an innocent. He says that so casually too. He's lost all sense of morality and humanity. It's good that he's dead now, permanently. Day 17. The caverns around Skullcrusher are filled with Stoneheart. More than I ever knew. I need as much Stoneheart as I may find, since this is the prime ingredient of Bloodspawn. Stoneheart doth possess the red-orange glow of stalagmites. Once pulverized and mixed with fresh human blood, it turns into a powerful magical reagent. Even though I have tried extremely powerful spells, Bloodspawn is easy and safe to transport. The mages who say otherwise are fools. Day 21. This day I have spent researching many new spells. Exhausting. The prisoners in the cage may not live long enough to fulfill my plans. They seem to be weak. Day 28. I am convinced that great magical secrets lie beyond the sealed entrances, for I sense great power and magic in the vicinity. Day 34. Today is a sad day. My servants have failed me. While transporting Bloodspawn, they suffered simultaneous seizures and toppled into a chasm. The Bloodspawn was lost. This is endangering my schedule. I need more workers. They must work longer hours. Toil is a necessity. Sleep, an addiction from which they must be weaned. Why is it like thundering and stuff? That's weird. I'm gonna reload. Oh, that's a nice frame, isn't it? That kills my immersion. That's not supposed to happen, I don't think. Do we go north? Do we go south? I don't know where I'm going. Let's just follow the paths. Oh, how about you, Snake? He's been halved at. Got some torches there. More torches. Empty. Empty. And more crates. That's actually going to be pretty handy if I need crates for the Dark Path. I gotta remember that. In fact, it's a good idea to write this down. Lots of crates in Sulio's area. Skullcrusher. It's a whole 4 of them, as well as barrels. They are all empty. That's really handy. It's not going to be hard to get here. We can totally get here easily in the future. They are all empty. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Are these chests trapped? No, they're empty. and chest. First time using the notebook. I should use that more often. But other than that, there's nothing there. What the heck? Let's go this way. I feel like this leads the way out. I don't remember the layout to this area, but there are chests here. As well as spears and blow darts. Don't need those. He's trapped. Nope. They're locked though. Do I have the key? There we go. Clubs and boomerangs. That's wonderful. We need not these things. I remember that light thing back at Furnace, that puzzle with the pedestal. Completely missed that the first time I was doing it. I didn't even think about that. That was in a book too. Hello, fire elementals. How about you? I see that there too. That looks odd. Oh, disappeared. That was a weird visual glitch. Oh, corpse. Nothing in it. Fresh bodies. They probably got killed by Vosulio. Nothing inside them. Cool looking glass, snake looking thing. In a book, The True Believers by Skadams. The true believers, I'm going to read this, are not only to be found at the rituals and ceremonies. There are many poor souls out there who are pretending they do not believe in religious gatherings and activities. They want to make us believe that they do not need anyone for the sake of their souls. They are wrong. And deep down in their hearts, they know it too. Sooner or later they will attend ceremonies. Most of them do not come back for a while, but that one appearance rouses their curiosity enough to attend again. It takes courage to admit that everyone needs some kind of belief. I understand that. I do not push for their trust. I know that deep down, underneath all that ruin, is a soul that wants to be rescued. It takes time. I have all the time I ever need. I can wait, and I will. I know that my day will come, and then I'll open mine arms and welcome them into our religious community. There is room for everyone. No one will be turned away, and no one will be pressured to join us. That didn't really tell a whole lot, did it? There's a bed here, though. And that's a keg. We found one back at that storage room. I forgot to mention, I saw it. If you didn't see it, there was a keg in the far left corner where all those barrels and crates were. But funny he's using a keg, someone was, as a nightstand. Wouldn't be really comfortable with that, would I? I'm not going to grab these, though. These gemstones, gold bars. When it comes to money, we are covered for sure. Another fire elemental. These things, if you played Ultima Online way back when, or even now, elementals were huge. They're really big. They don't look like that. Bigger than that, at least. Ooh. Scroll. And I'm slowing down, too. That's because there's a fire elemental spewing its fire at me. At you. Up in here is fire all around. Was that the elemental? Let's read this. The chaos vermin took their own lives rather than face us. Let them rot. That's an order thing. Anything around here, though? There's automatons here. How you guys doing? Oh. These doors have been sealed by the Serpent of Order, and none shall enter. By approaching thus far, thou hast shown thyself to be mine enemy. What's a parrot doing here? Is he an order soldier too? Now I must kill thee, lest the serpent judge me unworthy. Bless my hammer, master. You're an automaton. Unless you're like Istanar. At you. Don't step in the fire, guys. Look at that. It's locked. They just got hammers. So, no need to worry about that. Do we have the key for this? Can we pick it? Can't really go in yet. In fact, I'm not sure if that door can be opened. I think there's other doors nearby that I haven't encountered yet, so excuse me. Let's go north a little bit. Follow the, I was going to say yellow brick road, but it's not yellow. Lots of corpses here. Do they have any treasure? I gotta check, guys. It's all empty. You know, if you're morbid, you can totally use these as containers back at a base of your choosing. Oh, Guani. How about you? I don't believe the Guani back at camp mentioned wild Guani. If they did, I forgot. That one doesn't have anything. No weapons or anything. Oh, blowgun. They're brave, though. Fighting all 5 of us with our awesome weapons. If I see a group of people carrying, like, wearing magical armor and medieval weapons, I'm not going to fight them. I'm going to run away. Oh, look, it's another automaton. How you doing? How about you? Attacking me. What are you guarding? I had the key for that. And this goes to outside. I'm not going out there yet, though. Still going to explore, but good to know that's probably the exit. Let's go, actually. Check. Never know. I think sometimes in caves you can take off your fur stuff and wear magical stuff. Or right here. And like I said in the last part, that's where I got stuck before the gate, before the puzzle. Because you need the password from Yanani. I got that as a kid. But you need to use the Hound of Doskar on the Fellowship Medallion that belongs to Batlin. Otherwise, I didn't know that back then. I didn't even think to do that. And the guide I got off GameFAQs.com of the time, a friend printed that out for me. But I guess the guy didn't even mention that. So I was not able to finish this game until the mid-2000s, late 2000s. I think late 2000s with Exalt. Definitely Exalt. Got nothing there. Not mean to drag that one. Y'all have nothing. What the heck? These beds look very uncomfortable. There's the door. There's the Serpent Gate. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. That is good to know. I did not finish this as a kid, so back in the late 2000s, and I was already an adult then. This last half of the game was completely new to me during that time. I finished Black Gate. I didn't finish Ultima VIII as a kid. I was lucky enough to have the hint book for that game, so I managed to finish it. Emotion. Another dude. Keep away. Make me. I'm not going to keep away. You keep away. Thou art not permitted here. It is dangerous here. The forces beyond these doors are not a mortal understanding. Beyond that way. I don't think so. Tolerance and enthusiasm. Those are chaos virtues. Most importantly, there's a gate here. You're going to attack me? Guess not. I'm going to go ahead and save, though. Before I access this. Just in case I have to walk all the way back here. I gotta see where the Serpent Teeth will lead us. We got 2 back of Vesulios. Yeah, this, I think somewhere around here, I'll put my stuff in a nice corner. No. Yes, that probably goes to Skullcrusher. We can go back to Monitor anytime. That opens that. That's 2 gates. Anything else? Just in case? There we go. Open. Don't close. I like the way I like that sound effect. It feels satisfying. It's like, ah, more paths are being opened to us. Where do they lead? Who knows? That's locked. So is that. So is that. Wish the music would keep going. It's good music. Yeah, one of these gates leads to Monitor. Yeah, that's it. I forgot too. Wish I could mark these locations somehow. I always forget. Let's try this gate. That felt like a long path to me. Double click. Avatar kneels. That takes us to... Ah, this is Monitor. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Where's the other gate lead us to? That opens... We opened the one over here, right? You see, I already forgot. Was it this one? I don't know what it is. I'll have to try every gate. Takes me to... Oh. I don't quite remember where this is. Two pedestals there. It's fallen. Okay. We opened 2 gates, right? So it's like... That's it. I guess. Good thing I saved, right? I'm not gonna... I can walk all the way back. You won't see that. I'm just gonna skip past that point. Because up ahead, after this, after Skullcrusher, is gonna be the turning point of the game. And the turning point, I want to move all my stuff to the Dark Path, which is going to take a while. So basically that's going to be like a quick edit moment in the next part or 2. I think we explored all the Skullcrusher that we could. I don't know. I feel like that was it, wasn't it? Because we found all that. That leads to the... So let's go back to where Vesulio is. Because I neglected to explore this part. There's some buildings here. Probably nothing, but I like to see everything. There's a ghost-a-roni here. Spooky. How you doing? Canst thou not see that we are trying to help thee? Everything that we say hath meaning. Thou must vanquish the foe. Who's the foe? The intruder is thine enemy. It is not with us, not one with us. He doth not comprehend chaos. If thou wilt listen to the others, they can aid thee. We are the souls of chaos, the spirits condemned to prowl these corridors until chaos was restored. In life, we are victims of the soldiers of order. I was burned alive. Help. I cannot, it is not permitted. Words cannot be spoken. 'Tis forbidden to help thee directly, stranger. Thou must discern these things for thyself. Nothing else here but that spooky, scary ghost and a nice big kitchen. There's utensils and stuff. Some barrels with fresh food. That's... Oh, what? Chef severed head. Yeah, I'll totally take that. And those too. This game can be very morbid. All of Ultima is. But nothing here that I need. There's also something else I was going to say, but I forgot. Let's just leave this building. Just one more, I think. I think a library. We're near where that theater is with those ghosts. Another ghost. Yeah, I just remembered, like, the monks said they're not supposed to help the Avatar. You're not supposed to help the hero from the other world. He's supposed to figure things out for himself, which is just something. That ghost doesn't want to talk to us. Don't need that. All these books are broken. Destroyed, rather. The Doctrines of Chaos. Doctrine. By Vesuvius. I believe in the forces and powers of chaos. I believe in the ways of tolerance, enthusiasm, and emotion. I believe that those ways will show me how to better myself, and therefore how to better my life. I believe that believing in tolerance will teach me the acceptance of all things. I believe that believing in enthusiasm will teach me the source of the energy which will allow me to accomplish great tasks. I believe that believing in emotion will give me the ability to perceive feelings which come from the heart and not the mind. Should I take that? I'll take that. Not. Duper. I know, Avatar. I will take the book. I don't like reading. I can tell from your 13 intelligence. Yeah, I got it right, 13. Another book here. History of Serpent Isle by Harashash. We'll read this. During the First Age, the world was divided into 4 continents: the lands of Lord British, the lands of the feudal lords, the lands of darkness, dark unknown, and the lands of danger and despair. That's this land. After the evil wizard Mondain was defeated, only the lands of danger and despair remained. All other continents were destroyed. The lands of danger and despair became what we now call Serpent Isle. Anar, the great Earth Serpent, who is our guide, It was he who called it to us from the void. And in answer to our pleas, he taught us the ways of the Serpent, the ways of balance. The population on Serpent Isle grew. The citizens helped each other and relied on each other. There was no crime and people were holding to their traditions. Parents taught their children about the virtues of order and chaos. These traditions were passed on from generation to generation. Their devotions were presided over by the great Hierophant. He was the only one allowed to open the wall of lights and enter the void, the magical place that connects dimensions in space and mayhap even time. Because great danger is involved in entering the void, only the great Hierophant is entitled to operate the wall of lights. Much knowledge is required for this procedure, and the great Hierophant must be in possession of the artifacts of the Serpent. That's it. I'll take that too. You click on these books, they don't give you the title, which makes things a little... It's an old game. Still a good one, but old. The ghost dropped that book. I didn't notice it at first, because when I clicked on it, I was thinking, huh, he didn't drop the book? But oh well, he dropped it. Penguins of the North, observations by Sashartha. Talking about all living creatures on our beloved Serpent Isle, we cannot forget to mention the family of the penguins. Those clumsy-looking beings are called Those clumsy-looking beings are called birds, even though they cannot fly. They live in the northern part of this island. Penguins are very good divers. The short wings of their strong bodies are used as a rudder. Out of the water, they walk upright just as men, and the tail is an important tool to keep balance. Depending on the species, they can grow taller than 3 feet. No matter what the species, all penguins live in a sociable manner and breed in seemingly peaceful colonies. The female penguins take much pride in building the nests. Because of their size, penguin nests can easily contain more than mere eggs. A little bit of a clue there as to the Magebane, I guess. And yeah, I'm taking this just because I feel like it. Is there anything else around this area that I may have missed? Well, the answer is no. Now, I forgot to mention, because I was thinking it, those doors in the southeast that we came from, not those doors in the northwest, I think they can be destroyed with the powder kegs. But for now, I'm going to make some arrows. Why? Because I'm going to give YOLO the magical bow. Oh, wait, hold on. Wasn't there... Didn't he have... There we go. He doesn't have any crossbow bolts, but that's okay. I think he has enough to carry 1 stack of ammunition that I'll create. Alright, Shamino, do you have any extra arrows I can give? No, you don't. How much do you have? 52? That's not bad. Enchant these. Avatar, I don't use a bow, I use a crossbow. Well, you don't have any crossbow bolts. Well, you can go buy some, it's far away, YOLO. I have no intention of walking all the way to Monitor, or at least transporting myself there through the Serpent Gates, and walking all the way up here. Okay, well, at least I can use a bow. At least it's magical. It doesn't require any strength to use, like real-life longbows. And it's more powerful than the magical axe. Even though we don't really need it. We're outside now. Okay, parts, I think, is almost over. Let's explore most of this area. We're outside. That's kind of a short cave, not too bad. I think we got everything in there. It's basically just a path to this area. There's Vesulio there, and Vesulio is not optional. You have to encounter him. Oh, spooky, scary skeletons and frost serpent. At you. Why is Boydon and Avatar going in that direction? The heck? Come on, guys. They must be in this building. Whatever this building is. Yep. How you guys doing? I'm not going to explore this building. This is not where we need to be. Why are you guys not attacking? Kind of a bugged fight here a little bit. Got everyone? Let's just leave. We don't need to be in there right now, I think. I'll close that. And I will leave. And I'm slowing down again. Wonderful. Another one of these things. These things are actually kind of strong. But we're stronger. I also need to... I'm going to go ahead and heal a little bit. We got some mana. That eats up a lot of mana. My goodness. Oh well. Let's go in this corner over here. We're hot on the heels of Batlin. You only need to use that Hounded Oscar on his medallion once. Thankfully. So from here on out, the game is going to be... it's going to show its rushedness. EA's rushed. EA rushed this game a little bit towards it. You can feel EA's influence past the turning point, which will be upcoming in the next part, I believe. And note, it looks like we're in the mountain. If you remember what Scott said, I mentioned this. He couldn't be very accurate because of the storms. He can't get on a ship and map out the Serpent Isle. So it's inaccurate, and this is how it's reflected up to this point. Pretty cool detail. So we have to sort of make do, a save on our own. This is just a cave with a lot of body parts. We don't need to be here right now. I don't believe any of these areas are optional. Don't know why it's playing that right at the Valkyrie. I'm not gonna pick that up. I'm gonna leave it be. There's one here too. A Serpent Gate. I'm not gonna go in though. We don't have a Serpent Tooth leading back. Mace. Plate boots. We don't need those. Everyone's got magical boots now, right? No, they don't. We got at least plate boots. So not worry about that. A dead hunter, I guess. He died here. He froze to death. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, there's another path here. Fresh blood. An ice Durgan. At you. I thought penguins more fiercer than you. Take this, Shamno. Stop missing. Or is that YOLO? It's probably YOLO. Nothing here. What the heck? Nothing on the corpses. I don't know if this area is optional. It probably is. I might come back here later, so let's just leave. This is not where I want to be. And this part's going to be just a little bit over an hour. I'll just stop at a certain point, but we don't need to explore all of this frozen north. There's another cave. I thought that was the cave, but it isn't, unfortunately. I'm really looking forward to dropping all my stuff off at the Dark Path from Lydia's home, from the courthouse in Moonshade. Get where this area is. What the heck? What cave? Just follow the mountains, I guess. Like I said, my memory of this area past the last half of the game, not too well versed in. A building, trappers and Guani, wild ones. Did he hit me? The heck? It's no fun. They're not carrying any weapons and they did some damage. What the heck? Probably because I'm wearing fur boots and a fur hat. That building has nothing there. Wonderful. There's also a blizzard going on, a storm. Not a storm, but snowing. Well, it's supposed to look like snow, I guess. Like blue flakes. Okay, not that way. That is a dead end. Wonderful. Let's go back down. So there's one game I played a couple months ago. And it's not a game you can buy, it's a free game. It's called Ultima Online, Ruins and Riches. It is a single player mod. I guess that's the right term, I don't know if it's called anything else. A private server you can run on your own. single player. I know what you're thinking, if you've never heard of it, why would you want to play Ultima Online single player? That's because the guy who made it, a guy named Djeryv, Djeryv, I believe, wanted to make his own like D&D game. And the game has like single player quests to do. It's balanced around a single player experience. The stat cap is a bit higher and you can max out 10 skills. It was pretty fun, but I dropped it because I didn't like the itemization in it. And there's other, he doesn't make anything anymore because he's kind of elusive and he tends to disappear. He was working on Britain Knights, but that didn't, that's not out anymore, I don't think. You can still get Runes and Riches 2023. It is pretty fun. It's one of those games where there's not a lot of information on that game on the internet. It actually takes me back to when I played games as a kid where you had no internet, no strategy guide. You had to figure things out on your own. It was a heck of an experience. Because I wanted to find an artifact for my character. I was playing just a fighter and learning knight ship spells in Ultima Online. It's called Chivalry to help augment your fighter. Kind of like a paladin in a way, but the game, he made the game set in after Ultima 3, Caesarea, not Britannia. And I was going to try to find an artifact, and you have to pay like 10,000 gold or something, and it sends you, to me, it sent me to the Castle of Fire. Like, really? My first time trying to find an artifact, and I have to go to the Castle of Fire where the stranger slew Exodus and fought the floor? I go there, I try to find the artifact, and I fought gargoyles on the top there. Went down the dungeon, fought through a lot of monsters, and I got lost. Of course, you get lost in the game a lot. I entered this magical portal, this mirror, and it took me to like a swampy area, then a ruins area, kind of an urban area, a crypt or whatever. And I died at the end. When you die, you lose like 10% of your money and skills, I believe, 5 to 10%. I think you lose stats and skills, 10%. And I went back to the Castle of Fire and I thought to myself, that's probably not where it was. So I finally found the artifact, opened the box, and there were 2 powerful enemies nearby that I had to lure away. I couldn't fight them on my own. That's the same cave. Opened the box and it was empty. It says the rumors of the artifact here in the Castle of Fire turned out to be false. All that work for practically nothing except stat increases and skill increases and a little bit of money. Because it turns out when you're paying for a rumor, and it could be true or it could be false, but that was something I wish I could stream or do a Let's Play on because it was quite the adventure. I had to buy a ship and sail there. And that was my first time buying a ship in that game. It's a pretty good game. But I didn't like the itemization, so I put it down. And there's other versions out there built on the guy's code. The recent one is Secrets of Caesarea, but I might not want to play that one. There's also Adventures of Akalabeth. I think something else, I can't remember. Yeah, the itemization, it had itemization like, you know, Diablo has a bunch of properties on like a piece of, on a pair of gloves or something like that, where it's like +2 to some random skill, +3 to resist. I don't like that kind of itemization at all. I like itemization like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, and Ultima VII, games like that, Gothic 1 and 2. That kind of itemization, I'm not too crazy about. Because I got to the point where I maxed out one character to be a crafter. That's what I did first. I maxed out a lot of crafting skills for my knight character. But it got to the point where after I leveled up my knight character quite a bit, knightship at max, swordsmanship at max and all that, I went back to my crafting character to tailor some clothes that would boost my knightship, but it's random. Everything you craft. Now I was doing it for like 30 minutes to an hour. Like, what am I doing? I don't like doing this. I moved away from MMOs for this reason. And there's ways to put properties on a weapon, an armor, or clothing in that game, but only if you're a grandmaster of a guild. You can only be, not Grandmaster, a member of a guild. You can only be a member of a guild, or one guild. If you leave that guild and join another, the price to join that guild is doubled. So 2,000 becomes 4,000, 4 becomes 8, 8 becomes 16,000, 16 becomes 32,000, 32 becomes 64,000, and so on and so forth. And it got to the point where I was going back and forth between guilds, and it was going to cost me over 100,000 just to drop one and join the other. So you can only put properties on a weapon if you want that certain property if you're a member of that guild. So that's why I just put it down. Great game, but little things like that just bothers me. It's also a very tough game too. Traps in that game hurt. There's one trap that reverses your karma. So if you have maxed out karma, Glorious Lord, you become Dreadlord, which is a heck of a trap. Some traps just outright kill you. Traps hurt in that game. I'm gonna save and stop ranting, because we found a cave. I'm gonna enter. I don't think this is the cave, because there's polar bears in here. Or it might be. I see some serpent stairs there. Yeah, Secrets of Cesaria is based off the guy's code, made by... There's a few contributors for that game. Holy smokes, I am poisoned. And that's still being developed, but I don't want to play it, so... This is not where I need to be. What the heck? Where am I? Ooh, that is... a Juggernaut hammer. Hello. Hello. I will take. I know I'm poisoned. I don't really care. You can carry this, right, boy? Don, don't carry the entire structure. You're not that strong. That won't fit. Out here. There's a ghost here. He's attacking me. How about you, spooky, scary ghost? Oof, he says. And I think that's it here. And you know what? I don't think I ever came here. I don't think I ever came here. I've never seen a Juggernaut hammer outside of the Gorlab Dream. Almost clicked on this, thinking it was Mass Cure. That would have been bad. That's for enemies, though. That's Cure. Okay, I'm not paying attention. 2. There we go. It's level 2. That's good. I know I have antidote potions, but let's not worry about that right now. We're currently... I feel like it's nearby. I hope so, because this part needs to end real soon. Try to keep it to an hour, but I guess not. I think it's somewhere around here. It's not a secret wall. I think it's pretty far. I vaguely remember. I'm not going to explore this entire area, by the way. We're going to in the future. We need to. There's not that many optional areas around here from what I remember. Let's check the map, actually. We have a map. It's not the map leading here. So that's Skullcrusher. We passed these two areas, but we don't need to be there right now. I think that's the only map we have, too, huh? That's Shamino's castle map. Completely useless. I don't think it's up here. Shoot, I think I bypassed it. Not sure. I'm not gonna fight that frost serpent. They do some damage. They do the damages. Yeah, I don't think it's up here, but I'll go up here anyways. Yellow's doing very well with that bow. Yeah, this is not where I need to be. Completely forgot where it is. I'm trying to end the part too, but I want to end the part in front of the cave. Not around here, randomly. Hello, penguins. Lots of penguins here. Thankfully, they're not hostile. They're friendly. I guess I'm just going to be circling around at this point. Oh well. Maybe we'll find some secrets up here. I'm not going to have anyone use the Juggernaut hammer. That's just for collecting. I want to know who to give it to. I like to keep Yolo and Shamino using, like, bows and stuff. Not a hammer. Shamno could probably use one. Because he was carrying a hammer at the beginning of the game for some reason. Ah, okay, this is... That's not where we need to be. I'm going to go all the way back down after I fight these, dire wolves. I'm assuming they're dire wolves, not just wolves. Alright, new area. The cave was right here that we were in. There's some tentacle monsters here. Wonderful. These fiends are slowing down my my journey quite a bit. YOLOs, don't lag behind. I know you're old, but pick up the pace a little bit. I'm more of these things. Wonderful. Dead? Good. Good, good, good. Just follow the mountains here. Thankfully, those... Oh, are they following us? I think they are. Oh, they fall pretty far. That's you. Well, one of them did. And I think this is it. This is where we need to be. So, next part inside is, Batlin, I believe. This is where we need to be.